Well, y'all, I seen my boy back at it. Old Derek Jackson back at it. Man, listen, Derek. If you don't go lift somebody weight, man, go out there and be a model or something with the shirt off, man. And stay off the podcast. He was on Willie Moore Jr. podcast. Y'all think I ought to go on Willie Moore podcast, man, have a real conversation. Good conversation about love and relationships. But listen, this to everybody, not just to Derek or nothing like that. I ain't picking on Derek. I don't know the man. You know, I ain't got nothing against the man. I think he tried. I think he honestly tried. He want to be something. He want to be somebody. That's why I started the Purpose Pushers community. Click the link in the description to join it. He wanted to have a purpose. He wanted to live his purpose. He wanted to be significant instead of being insignificant. But the thing about it is, nobody prepares us for what significance looks like. Because when you want to be significant, you are upending the devil's playground. Like, you upending the devil's work. Like, the devil trying to do certain things. He trying to have destruction. He want confusion. He want fornication. He want adultery. All of those things of the evil spirits, that's the devil goal. So when you come out, and what Derek was doing, I mean, he was going viral and he was giving away the game. So he really took my blueprint and just did it in his own way. And I'm gonna tell you, and a lot of people miss their purpose. They missed it, they misunderstand it. And so he thought like, oh, let me do what Tony Gaskins doing and let me give relationship advice. Cause I done clenched this bag of groceries between my booty cheeks and showed off muscles. Let me do what Tony Gaskins do. But the brother got a silver tongue, meaning that boy could talk. When I tell you that boy could talk, so I'm gonna tell you what the boy could talk and the boy could think. So you know what he's supposed to do? He's supposed to do what Willie Moore Jr. doing. Because I think Willie Moore Jr. went through a divorce. And you see what he doing? He talking. He gets on that podcast and he asks questions. That's what you're supposed to do. Same thing Anthony O'Neal doing. When you not good at relationships and you can't make that relationship, that marriage work, you need to talk. You need to ask questions, not give advice. And so what Derek didn't understand is he could have been the #1 television host in the world, the #1 radio host in the world, the #1 podcaster in the world, but he followed the blueprint that he saw out there. So he saw me. He saw Stephen LaBossiere. Stephen LaBossiere was following me, copying me. And so, and again, he's single, not married. Then Ace Metaphor came. Ace Metaphor is a nurse. So that means he's smart. So Ace went to the lesser smart guys, Stephen and Derek, and said, let's do a tour. And he came to me too, but he don't realize I'm smarter than all of them put together. No disrespect. So I said no. I turned the tour down. The three of them went on the tour, like the Three Musketeers. I turned the tour down. I said, no, I'm not finna tour with y'all. None of y'all even married. Why would I go on a tour as a married man? I'm the standard in the space. Why would I put my brand next to y'all's? Y'all not the standard. Y'all not even married. Y'all grifting. Y'all trying to get money. Y'all trying to take and capitalize off the industry. But Ace Metaphor, being the smartest, he was the one, the smartest of them three, he was the one able to capitalize. So he took them on tour. He got money off of them. He got money because their brand was bigger than his, but they weren't smart enough to monetize it. He come in with his nursing books and he monetized it. He monetized. I transitioned into this from the streets. So my mindset was different. Like, I wanted to work and all that. Like, what is you coming over here for, boy? Oh, it's a merge. It's like, boy, you better put a blank on, boy. Put your blank on, man. Like, put your blank on. And just coming cutting over here, bro. You got to put a blank on. You got to use your blanker. But you cutting in front of a $300,000 vehicle with no blanker. And it Volkswagen Atlas. Came forward. Now bumper. Cutting over here without a blanker. And so he come in and he say, hey, I'm finna monetize. So he get money with them. Then kick them to the curb. Boom, kept going because now it built his brand. What they ain't realize, they built Ace Metaphor brand. By partnering with him, aligning with him, then he surpassed them. He went on his tour and he say he done did $20 million. He done made $20 million off y'all. I ain't made $20 million. That man came in and done made $20 million off y'all. Why? Itching ears. Itching ears. You go to the tonight's conversation tour thing, you fell right for the trap. You fell for the shiny object syndrome. So he gets out there, he get into it and start making money. And then after I got into it with him on the boys podcast, the Heartland Initiated, he invited me to come on the tour. Man, what I look like? Dumb? No, I'm smarter than you. I'm not coming on your tour to justify and validate and to bring credibility to your tour. No, I'm gonna let you stay on there with your underlings and them people who is desperate for a check. They need a check. Cheyenne Argosy Bryant need a check, and all them other people up there on the stage need a check. They don't have a name, they don't have a brand, they don't have no respect in the industry. They need a check. So let y'all go ahead. He offered me $5,000 per show, and he said it could go up from there, because he knew I bring credibility. And I told him, I said, man, what you doing is destructive, because y'all ain't teaching nothing. Y'all ain't even talking about nothing real. It's destructive. He was like, well, if it's destructive, why don't you come be a part of it so it could be constructive? And I say it can't be, because it's too many voices on the stage. So everybody leaving confused, because one person say right, the other person say left, the other person say north, the other person say south. So when you leave, you just like, well, which way do I go? Because everybody had a difference of opinion. Because you got a bunch of bumping gums up there. And so what he was supposed to do is start a scrubs line for cool nurses. He was supposed to start retreats for nurses to decompress and de-stress from working the ER. And he was supposed to be a retreat leader for nurses and make millions of dollars, get $1,000 a head every retreat for nurses, for doctors, for all them type of people. And so that's what he was supposed to do. He was supposed to do that right there. And instead, he wanted to get into love and relationships, because guess what? He around there pushing beds, and he look over and he look at, hey, Derek Jackson a star, Stephen LaBassiere a star, Tony Gaston a star. I'm over here in scrubs, pricking people in the arm, taking blood. Oh man, I'm insignificant. They voice being heard by the world. So he got online, started just regurgitating the same talking points, stole all my talking points, stole everybody's talking points, just regurgitating. But he's a spoken word poet, so he knew how to deliver. So you deliver common sense, it go viral. And then they call me jealous. It's like, boy, I started this. Like, I'm the originator of all of this. How I'm jealous of you? I just don't want to do what you're doing because I got morals. I got values. I don't want to do what you're doing. I'm not a grifter. I'm not finna just play on these women. I'm gonna get a game, but I ain't trying to monetize to the high heavens. It's like, I could charge $1,500 an hour, and it's nurses and doctors and lawyers, thousands of them that follow me that will pay it. But I don't do that. I don't do that. And so they went round, they racking up the money. It ain't even about helping nobody. It's just about getting to the money. And I believe in making money. I'm driving in a Bentley that I gave my daddy. This is my daddy's car. I gave it to him. And after I bought him a Maserati. I believe in making money. I just believe in making money with morals, making money with ethics. I don't believe in muddying the water. I don't believe in, putting heroin in your veins to make money. I don't believe in dumbing you down and giving you dumb information so that I could so that I can make money. No. If I'm gonna make money, I want the information you pay me for to change your life for the better. I don't want you to pay me for information that's gonna scramble your brain, that's going to hinder or hurt you in your life. I don't want to condone anything that's going to be destructive in your life. I don't want to do that. That's not how I want to make money. And so we got into it on the podcast, hardly initiated. He was like, well, you act like people are a monolith. I say, there go that nursing degree. What y'all got, some type of monolith blood or something, or some type of monolith scrubs? Like, what are you talking about, bro? He's like, you acting like people are a monolith. And I'm like, bro, it ain't about being no monolith. It's about right and wrong. It's about common sense and dummies. And it's about doing things that are productive and healthy. You teaching people that it's okay to be a side chick. It's okay to be sucking dang-a-lang and you're not married. It's okay to be fornicating. Talking about we not a monolith. So some people want to fornicate. Some people want to suck dang-a-lang while they dating. Some people want to be a side chick. We don't need that as black people. We need a nuclear family. We need husbands and wives. That's what we need as black people. We need to get married. You want to have sex with her? Marry her then. If she's not good enough to marry, then you shouldn't want to have sex with her. Because having sex is a life sentence. You can catch a life-altering disease. You can catch a life-altering disease. If you have HIV, you can live with HIV. My client just released an app, a network for people with HIV. It's called 448. Go in the App Store on Apple and type in 448 HIV. Maybe it'll come up. And just the numbers, 448. It's like red and purple or red and blue. And my company built it. We built it for her. So if you want your app built and put in the store, reach out to us. Go get on the app if you have HIV. She built a community because she felt lonely, felt like there was nobody out there for her. That's what can happen. You can have a life-altering disease from sex. That's a big choice. That's what my client, after she went through what she went through, and I don't know her whole story around it, but she felt alienated, felt ostracized. And it's like, she turned her pain into purpose. That's why I created the Purpose Pushers, because that's what I do every day on my calls. And I'm like, you know what? We need community. We need togetherness. So join the community. And and that's what I talk about. Like, yeah, it's a paid community. But what you getting in exchange? You getting a group, a community, instruction. You getting a purpose formula. You getting a purpose system to help you be productive, to be significant in this life. You're not learning how to suck dang-a-lang. You're not learning how to fornicate better. You're not learning how to be the other woman or the other man. You're not learning that. You're learning how to live your God-given purpose. And we need help with that. Because if we didn't, everybody would already know their purpose and be living it. We need help with that. And that's why I created the community. And so now these guys, listen, they want to be significant. Before Derek Jackson cheated on his wife and got caught cheating on his wife, the man had to elevate it to the upper echelon of life. The man had done got him a Lamborghini. The man was eating. And I imagine he's still eating today, because you're gonna have a certain segment of women who they want to be his next woman. Like they don't care. They feel like he could change, and they gonna. It's some women that's so, for lack of a better term, dumb, that they're gonna think that it was all her fault and that she just was a toxic woman and he's this amazing man, and that they could change him, and that they could have, you know, life ever after with him. And that they can just ride off into the sunset. So you're gonna have tens of thousands of women that think that, and they're gonna hire him for one-on-one sessions. They in his DMs and trying to talk. Hey, I want to have a session with you. I want to learn, because although you went through what you went through, you still taught me a lot, and you taught some good stuff. So he forever gonna be able to eat, because it's always gonna be ignorant women. It's always going to be ignorant women. It's always going to be homosexual men that want to talk to them, talk to them muscles. And it's always going to be, so you're never going to go completely flat broke, but money going to go down. Because when people realize you're a grifter, they get off of you. And see, for me, I'm taking the gloves off, man. I be out here and I won't be saying nothing and all of that. And I got to answer to God for that. For me not speaking up, for me not calling out the grifters, for me not calling out the scams and the shams, I got to answer to God to that. I got to answer to God. And the Bible say, expose it to all, so that everybody knows. And and a lot of people be blinded. A lot of people they have on blinders. They don't know. They don't have discernment. And so those of us with discernment have to call it out. We got to speak up. And for me, it alienates me. It puts me in my own little red box, to where nobody want to work with me, nobody want to talk to me, nobody want to do none of that, because they know I'm gonna call a spade a spade. They know that. But I'm not worried about that, because I got my tribe. I got who I'm supposed to work for, who I'm supposed to work with. I got my tribe, so I don't worry about that. I'm not trying to be friends with nobody. I'm trying to be friends with the Lord. And I got to call out what I got to call out. And at the end of the day, you know, it's like, if somebody want to do something about it, they could do something about it. But they know I ain't doing nothing but working for the Lord. So they know if they try to do something to me, they got to answer to the Lord, because they know I'm doing the Lord's work. Because you got to realize, it's not like I can steal their audience. Like, the people who listen to these people, that's where they mind at. That's their intelligence level. That's what they want to hear. Like, can't nobody steal nobody else's audience. They always gonna have an audience. But see, the thing is, sometimes my audience get confused, and my audience be like, well, I wonder if that right there is something. And it's people who on here who go to tonight's conversation. They go to the tour stops, and it's people who done went and then wrote me later and like, hey Tony, I went, man, it was terrible. One person told me, man, I had to get up and walk out. That thing grieved my spirit so bad I had to leave. The questions that was being asked, the stuff they was talking about, I had to leave. I said, well, I could have told you that. I don't know what you went in there for. Going in there just being messy, just being nosy, trying to be seen, trying to walk your little butt in there, thinking your hips gonna sway and you gonna catch you a man. You don't want no man out of there. Have a man in there, child, you finna have a nightmare on your hands. But some people will do it, because they don't know no better. People don't know no better. And it's like, everybody ain't taught. Like, I got people on here that's in their 20s now, 26 years old, been following me since they were 17, 18. I done raised people. I done helped raise people. I done taught women stuff that they daddy never taught them. I done taught women stuff who they didn't have their dad in their life. So they didn't have nobody to learn from. And I became the person that they learned from. And guess what? They know they safe with me. They know that they did a session with me. I ain't tried to have sex with them. I ain't tried to sleep with them like the young lady who left tonight's conversation. She left and said that Ace Metaphor be out there having sex with the girls that come to the events. And that he cheat on his girlfriend. And she came out and put that out there. I also got Tatum one that you could, gift card that you could use whenever he earn it or whatever. Got two of them. And so that's what she took and said. She was like, hey, he do this, he do that. And it's like, okay, yeah, she could have just been disgruntled or whatever. You know, whatever it could have been. Or it could have been some truth to it. And to be honest with you, I'm going to tell you this. I know how hard it is to be out here. I know how hard it is. Like, it ain't easy to be in this industry and to have a position and a platform of responsibility and to be looked up to be desired or what have you. If you're not used to female attention, you're going to fall. And I could look at them and tell that they're not used to female attention. Like that they weren't like that growing up. That they didn't have the pick of their choice growing up. And so they became grown men, and now you get to pick. And men know men. Men know one thing about that, men know men. We know who really him and who was him. Just like killers know killers and money know money, men know men. And that's why I stand on what I stand on. And each last one of them know. I'm over here doing this. Don't try me like no baser. Cause boy, folks could go back. And they know I just don't play by this. I don't play by this because when God saved my life, and I was telling y'all my story the other day, how I'm supposed to be doing life. I'm supposed to be in the feds. The stuff that God saved me from, the stuff that God graced me through. I don't play by this on this side. I do not play by God. I do not play by his children. I do not play about the messaging. I don't play by it. That's why my audience can't really grow no more, because I'm too real. If you're not real, and if you don't want the real, if you want to be placated to, you want to be lied to, you want to be coddled, this the wrong place for you. You're not gonna like it over here. Cause you're gonna feel like, oh, you judgmental. Because that's what you call accountability, judgment. You call somebody holding you accountable and calling you out for your filthiness, you call it judgment. And that just comes from ignorance. It comes from complacency. It comes from being a grown boy or a grown girl and not doing what you call to do. Not being willing to do what you call to do. That's where that come from. That's all it is. So you got to realize and understand. And you got to guard your ears. You got to guard your eyes. And I'm gonna tell you something. With these men out here talking, and with these women out here talking, it's two things you got to ask yourself. One, are they married? That's the first thing you ask yourself. Are they married? If they giving relationship advice, the first thing you ask, are they married? If the answer is no, shut your ears. If you're not married, then you got all the advice that you need because you single too. It ain't nothing another single person could teach you more than what you already know because you single too. You know what you need to know. The only thing you could learn is from somebody that is married. From somebody who is married and happy. Because you don't want to learn the wrong way. You don't want to learn the wrong way. And everybody want to be a teacher. Everybody ain't meant to be a teacher. Some people you meant to be a teacher's aide. Some people meant to be a principal. Some people meant to be a hall monitor. Some people meant to be a janitor. Some people meant to be dean of students. Everybody ain't meant to be a teacher. Everybody want to be a teacher. And that's the problem with our world. Everybody want a mic in their face. And everybody want to give advice instead of asking questions. Everybody ain't called to giving advice. And that's what a lot of folk want to do. And I'm going to tell you something though. Once somebody figure out how to make money, morals and values go out the window. If how they learn how to make money is not based on morals and values, it's going to be very, very hard to get them to stop making money like that. It's going to be very hard. Very hard. Very hard. And I'm going to tell you that being that tonight's conversation couldn't get me, they're going to go after my brother. They're going to go after R.C. Blakes. He going to go after R.C. Blakes and see if he could get him. He going to try to get somebody who is legitimate, who is respected. And I ain't going to judge him if he go, because some people are called to go into the wild. Some people called to go share their message in the wild. Me, I don't believe in casting pearls to swine. I don't believe in that. I'm not finna waste my wisdom in an environment that is not accustomed to wisdom. That environment, everybody with a ticket in there is accustomed to foolishness. They are accustomed to immaturity. They are accustomed to drama and gossip. They're not accustomed to the voice of God. They can't hear the voice of God, because if they could hear the voice of God, they wouldn't be in there, because it's not being put on by a man of God. So they wouldn't even be in there if they could hear the voice of God. And the thing about it is, God don't want us to go get dirty to learn how to be clean. He don't want us to go play in the mud to try to come out crystal clear, Snow White on the other side. That ain't how God play. God don't ever tell us to go be tempted and go amongst sinners and go amongst darkness to find the light. Instead he say, what business do those of the light have being with those of the dark? What business do the righteous have hanging out with the unrighteous? And that don't mean perfect and imperfect. It means what business do those who are seeking growth and seeking to be a better person have to be hanging with people who are not seeking growth? People who want to be coddled in their mess. If you want to be challenged, I taught my 12-year-old the other day, I say, son, seek reproof. Seek correction. I say the problem with most people is when we receive correction, we feel attacked. I say the Bible say in the book of Proverbs that a wise man seeketh reproof. We want to be held accountable. We want to be corrected. We want to be pushed into purpose. We want to be called to a higher level of living. And a lot of people don't want that. But hey, if you ain't got no community, you seeking your purpose, make sure you join the Purpose Pushers community. Click the link in the bio. You're going to hear me say that on every video, so you might as well go and join us. God bless you. Keep your head up. All the other important links in the description. If not this one, then it'll be in the other ones. And y'all could DM me the topics and things like that on there. It'll show it in requests. A lot of times I can't respond because I'll be in there all day. But God bless you. And the only message I respond to now is my members of my Purpose Pushers community, just because that's going to take enough time in itself. Because I think we probably done crossed 80 people. So that's a lot of messages I have to respond to. It's that's a day's work right there. So outside of that, I'm not responding to any text messages, any emails, anything. If you're not in the community, I'm not going to be able to reach you, because after I get done taking care what God has called me to be a steward of, I ain't going to have no time outside of that. My time outside of that is going to have to be for my family. But hey, and the same thing with sessions. If you don't have sessions already on the book, the only way you're going to be eligible for future sessions is if you're a member in the Purpose Pushers community. So I have to be a steward over what I've been called to, and I'm not going to have the time, the energy, or the effort, or the desire for anything outside of that, other than my wife and kids. So hey, God bless you. Keep your head up. We'll talk soon.